Okay, everyone, this is my red rocket build, kind of my stronghold to end all strongholds. I built this with materials I scrounged along the way, and built this after I built a couple other strongholds in other places, but this one I wanted to build all for myself, where just I lived along with a bunch of my favorite robot companions. Of course, there's the periodic provisioner who walks in uninvited, but what are you going to do? So anyway, let me walk around real quick here, show you the outside. I started with an Alcatraz style wall for protection, festooned with machine guns so nobody could possibly get inside. And one thing I really liked about it is that I built it so that the wall connected with the roof of the Red Rocket, so it was kind of a raised patio kind of area. I built this with concrete floor sections. That's the total tower. It's a good 4 stories tall, actually, on top of Red Rocket. So let me get down and show you what's in the inside. It actually takes a while to get through all this, so I'll have to go kind of quickly just to show you around. Power center, dog meat, robot I built for security. Hey, buddy. Some water.
My onboard functions are operating at full capacity.
Mute fruit farm. Trailer for storing spare armor. Trailer for storing all the Brotherhood of Steel armor I took off of dead Brotherhood of Steel soldiers. I've been busy. Here is my kitchen. A couple of Edotrons and all that. Restroom in here. Put some subway lights in so it's not quite as grim and dingy. Let's see here. This is my garage. Pretty much the way I found it. Always have a suit there I'm working on. And then inside the main building is where things get interesting. Alright. This is the main seating area, main reception area for receiving guests, even though I don't get any. It's kind of like my big living room. Over here I've got dinette area, kitchen area. And this is where it opens up into the raised patio, top of red roof. Little grill area there and some vending machines. And this goes right to the top of the wall, where I have picked off more than a few raiders along the way. On the inside, each level is this main area plus a large balcony area with lots of stuff on it, and that leads to the second level as well as axes, kind of like a half of a floor. Usually I just put decorations and all that, something fun to walk around in. Over here I have my trophy area. You can sit and admire all the stuffed heads I've collected along the way. Never did get a mounted Yagua head. Up here is my kind of my leisure area, and where I have all my collections of stuff, and ultimately where my personal living quarters would be. So there's my comic collection. There's another collection of some things I picked up. Over here are various crates where all the sporting goods I picked up, things I picked up like baseball bats, and this is my baseball chest, my bowling chest, my basketball and kickball chest, and my extra pool chest. Over here, a little game of robot chess I set up with some Mechanist models. Over here, a game of blast radius. Some basic loot boxes from storing all my stuff. Vault-Tec bobblehead collection center. Turn this overseer's desk into a writer's desk, so I got my coffee, my typewriter, my fan, my notebook. Stereo area, some slot machines, and here's my comic book reading area. Kind of walled off by a bunch of display cases with some of my favorite trophies I picked up along the way, including a bunch of that's a pile of more than 100 Brotherhood of Steel holotags I picked up. And let's see here. These are all my comics. I've got everyone in the game, plus a few extras, and a nice seating area where you can enjoy them. Up here is more collectibles. Display case with some trophies I picked up along the way. Weightlifting area. This case is pretty cool. Got a bunch of like Silver Shadow stuff in there, as well as Mechanist drawing. This is a bunch of robot models I picked up from the Mechanist lair. Placing them all in here one by one took a fair bit of doing. I'm not going to kid you, but I really like how it turned out. Sparring area. Pommel horse. Some exercise bikes. Here's how the area looks from above. And then this is a little terminal for coding. This is my personal sleeping chambers. So here's my bed. Here's my bug out bag in case I had to run real quick. It's got all my top valuables in it. A bunch of pre-war money. Here's where I store all my clothing. Here's where I store all of my armored clothing and suits, and then anything that was dirty I chucked in the hamper. Up here is what I call the Hall of Violence. This is my museum of arms and armor. So this level took the most time to build, and you'll quickly see why. Over here, I've got a big gallery of all the suits of interesting clothing or armor I picked up along the way. That kind of roughly spells out the whole journey of my Fallout 4 experience. So go through here. That's the Chinese subdriver's hat. This one's special. This is my Raider dummy, because in it I stored every single yellow flight helmet I came across. I just stored there. So likewise with gunners, I collected all their bandanas as kind of a trophy. All the Brotherhood of Steel guys. Then synths and Kellogg and coursers and Institute scientists. Rust Devils, Brotherhood of Adam, or Brothers of Adam, Sons of Adam, I guess. Guys from Far Harbor. That cool wetsuit, the marine armor. Very, very neat. All my big heavy weapons I had stored here. I never actually used most of these. I usually collected them and just held on to them. I was much more of a sniper rifle, small arms kind of a guy. But they're fun to use and play around with. Then on the other half, we have over here my favorite suits of armor. So some Vim paint jobs, Abraxo, sugar bombs, that cool shark paint job I like so much. Whoops, sorry, go up the stairs here. The flame job, Adam Cat's flame job. This is the titanium set that I would fight in, but I never really wore much power armor either in the game. And my weird Tesla set. And I have a couple this Vault-Tec sort of doodads there. And I have some of my favorite weapons on the various boards up here. The Silver Shroud submachine gun, Tinker Tom's gun. Most of these are either guns I made myself and used for a while, or they're legendaries I picked up and just liked over time. None of these are the final like the best weapons I have are in my weapons locker. They're my personal weapons, so they're not on the walls here. And here I stored some super mutant armor and various melee weapons or shotguns. Just weapons that meant something to me that I liked. Or, a lot of them I never used. I just thought they looked cool. Want to hang on to them for posterity. That's the cryolator. Wouldn't fit anywhere else, so I had to put it in a case. More weapons on display. And then over here is my actual weapons locker area where I stored any other weapons I picked up along the way, still had, but hadn't really done anything with. A lot of them were just duplicates, mostly legendaries that I just couldn't bring myself to sell or get rid of any other way. These are various munitions, as what it looks like from above. And then the last floor is an open air kind of beer garden I made. Each one of these coolers have little garden gnomes, of course. Each one of these coolers holds a different kind of drink. So I've got a bunch of Vims in here. Deezer's lemonade. This one has, I believe, Gwinnett brews of different kinds. This one over here has got all kinds of Nuka-Cola. I never drank a single bottle of Nuka-Cola in the whole game, by the way. And at one point, I had planned on having a whole room lit up just by bottles of Quantum, but placing them was so hard I just gave up on that. And there's all sorts of various wines and spirits in this one. I wanted to fill up these machines here, but as you can see, that one Vim bottle I managed to get in there perfectly. Nothing else could. I couldn't repeat it, so I just gave up on it. Bethesda, if you're watching, come on, man, let us fill soda machines. We're not asking for the world. And soda machine from the vault, and ice chest for storing all the pre-made food, snacks. And that's it. I'll run down stairs real quick so you can just take a look at it, what it looks like outside. It's all lit up. As you can see, it takes a little while to run through the whole place. Probably should have built an elevator on the outside so you can go from top to bottom. As it is, it's kind of living in a lighthouse. You have to run up and down the stairs a whole lot.
It's a pleasure to serve you, sir.
And so what it looks like at night when you can see all the lights. That's it. That's my Red Rocket build. Hope you enjoyed it.